Hey everybody, Mr. Lawrence here. This is the Piano Adventures series by Nancy and Randall Faber, and we are taking a look at the level 2B lesson book. See it right there, okay? And we're going to be taking a look at page 30, okay? Page 30 and 31 because it's the same song, and it's entitled Vive la France, okay? All right, so some things we got to take a look at here is, first of all, this begins by talking about the key signature. Boom. Now, what is the key signature? Well, the key signature is this device here. I say device. You will either see nothing here, or you will see sharps or flats, okay? And those always designate what keys are flatted or sharped, or maybe just left alone, which we call natural. Okay, so in this case, we have the key signature that gives us the F sharp there and an F sharp there. Whatever is going to be here in the bass clef is going to be up here in the treble clef, and vice versa. Okay, so whatever is sharped or flatted up here will be sharped or flatted down here. Okay, now there is a particular order in which we see the key signature, and what I mean by that is the key signature will always fall between the treble clef, bass clef, and the time signature. Okay, so here we go. Bass clef, treble clef, and here's the time signature. The key signature is always posted in between those. Okay, so in this case we are in the key of G. The book tells you that, so pay close attention to what the book is saying, okay? It's going to expand on what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to give a brief overview. So the key that we're in is G major, okay? Nothing hard to understand about that. You've had G, especially in the previous page, page 28, 29, okay? It talks about the G major scale and all the components there, G, A, B, C, D, E. Oh, there it is again, F sharp, and then G, okay? So that was just simply preparing us for this song, for Vive la France, okay? So, probably one of the most important things about this is making sure that your hands are in the correct place, okay? Because you'll read, this is G for the left hand, this is G for the right hand. But notice, or you should notice, how far apart they are from one another. So this is nearest middle C, and this is up an octave and a half above middle C. So this G is right here. If this, here's my middle C, you see my stickers on middle C. That G for the left hand is posted right there, okay? But the other G is way up here, boom. So I would show it to you on the camera angle, but I don't think, I don't know if I can get it maybe right there. Here's my G for the right hand in this song. Here's my G in the left hand for this song. Okay, so you are 2 octaves apart. G, G to G, and then way up here. So G and G. So yep, your hands are 2 octaves apart. With your left hand, 5th finger on that G, and your right hand, 5th finger on that G, okay? So, sorry for the wiggly camera. Sorry, I was holding it and I couldn't keep it still. All right, so just make sure that your hands are 2 octaves apart. Read your notes carefully, okay? So we have G, 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 F sharp in the right hand right there. Okay, see? Notice. You know that that's F. By now, I mean, this is level 2B. You better know what that note is. And see here? It's designated sharped. So that sharp is good for the whole song. So although there's no sharp next to these F's, it's telling you right here in the key signature. Key signature. Okay? So whatever is seen here will carry throughout the whole song so that they don't have to put the sharps in here. So this is F sharp over left hand, D. Okay? And your thumb plays the D, which should come quite naturally. If your 5th finger is on G, your thumb will naturally, automatically sit on D. Okay? So then here again, we have E, F sharp, G, down to D. Okay? Again, there's no sharp next to the F because it's right there. Boom. Okay? And if this is D, this is C, and then B. I'm not going to go through every single one of these notes because you can read them. I'm just making sure that you understand what's going on here. Once again, this right here, I say once again, we have no sharp next to that F, but it's posted right there. And I don't know if you can see it here on the camera, but you should see it in your book, that it's actually recommending that you trace those sharps. One right there in the right hand, and one right there in the left hand. Trace those, okay? Once again, whatever is in the key signature, whether it's a sharp or flat, it carries throughout the rest of the song. So that's why we don't see a sharp necessarily right next to this F, but that F should be an F sharp, okay? So we also see where the book is suggesting you trace the sharps right there. All right, there. So take a pencil and do that. That's a healthy habit to be in. Okay, right here, right here, right here, and right here. Each time it's recommending that you are the one who draws in those sharps. Now, obviously you're not going to have that throughout the book, but just for the sake of now, okay, it's recommending that you trace those in. So read your notes carefully through this. This is not a complicated song, but it is smooth. I can tell you that. Look at all those slurs in this song, okay? So, let me play this for you. I'm just going to set my camera off to the side here. Let it show the music, kind of, while I'm playing, okay? Okay, now there's a couple things here I haven't covered quite yet, and that is, see where it says move right there? It's just talking about moving your hands, because your hand has been basically in the same location all throughout this playing, and then all of a sudden you need to move up to the G, back up to the G right there. Okay, now how did that happen? Like, where did your hand come to where it has to move? Well, it does that down here. We started up here, the G, F sharp, and then so on. And then notice, always pay attention to the fingering. We have the 1 on C, and then it says cross the 3rd finger over. Boom, right there. Okay, and that's where it starts coming down the scale all the way down to the G. So here's that G. And we haven't moved our hand yet until now we have to move all the way back up to here, like we did at the beginning of the song. Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure that you see those kinds of things. Again, I always find myself reminding students, pay attention to the fingering, okay? It's there as your friend. It is there as your help. Make sure you do that. Also, if you could hear it through the video, I tried to play softly, and then we have a crescendo up to mezzo forte, go back to softly, and then crescendo, back up to mezzo forte, and then end it out with forte and bringing it to a ritardando, which means to slow down, decrescendo, which means to get softer, and then soft here at the end. Okay? So, look forward to hearing you play it. We'll talk to you later.